Hello. Let me know if I am audible, visible. Then we can start. So today we will talk about Capricorn Ascendant and how their life moves on, how their life chart looks like, where is their focus, where is someone joined. I think we can start. Sahil Chawla, hello sir. Right, we will start with Capricorn Ascendant people and how their life looks like from their chart. So again, Capricorn is 10th sign of the zodiac. So it has all the energy of the 10th house of our chart. So first house is our life path. Now 10th house energy is coming into the first house in the shape of Capricorn as ascendant. So your life path is all about 10th house related matters. It means these people are very much about authority. They want to be in authoritative position. They want to be in some position of recognition, fame, or public image. They want some public image for themselves. Second thing is that a relationship with father will become very crucial for them, either positively or negatively, because 10th house is also a father. But one thing which is very important to notice here is that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So everything gets delayed in their life. Okay. This is the most important thing with Capricorn Ascendant people and Aquarius Ascendant people. Because their ascendant itself is ruled by Saturn, so their whole life path gets delayed. They will get delayed results of almost everything in their life. Okay, we can say that their results in life always come in their 30s or after mid 30s. Okay, because of the Saturn ruling the first house, Saturn makes them work really hard for anything in their life. Nothing will come easy for a Capricorn or an Aquarius ascendant person. So this remains the prime focus for their life path, that everything they will get through immense hard work and delay. Okay. Second thing is the Capricorn is sign of government and law and administration. Most commonly, these people go into the law related field or government related field. Most commonly, as government means actually authority. So wherever they are, they like to be an authoritative person. They like to gain authority in that field. Okay, government is basically authority. So when Capricorn becomes ascendant, they seek to be in an authoritative position, and they gain it through their hard work and perseverance. So throughout their life, hard work, perseverance, and delay is the common factor. It will remain with them. They have to deal with it, and their real life means which they can enjoy starts after 30 or mid 30. Okay, now Capricorn is divided into 3 nakshatras, that is Uttarashada, Shravana, and Dhanishta. If ascendant nakshatra is Uttarashada, person will be very much career oriented, very much about authority, as I said, because it is ruled by sun. They can go into the government related field or gaining authority in any other field. Shravana nakshatra, Shravana literally means listening. So Shravana nakshatra is very much about teaching and counseling someone, because for counseling anyone you need to first listen to the person. So, and listening and speaking both are part of communications, right? Communication cannot be one way. Okay, so that's why if Shravana is the nakshatra, it can make them go into the counseling related field. It can make them a good teacher or good counselor or a good guide, life coach, any job related with counseling. Even being a medical counselor or a legal counselor is also counseling related work. So they can go into that field if Shravana is ascendant nakshatra. If Dhanishta is ascendant nakshatra, one thing that is very common and very much acceptable by most of the astrologers is that Dhanishta is a nakshatra which causes some marital discord. Okay, some even say that it is the nakshatra of celibacy. So when Dhanishta is someone's ascendant nakshatra, then they have some big marriage problems, means some marriage issues are going on in their life. When Dhanishta becomes their ascendant nakshatra, or Dhanishta is anywhere related with their relationship. Okay, if Venus is there in Dhanishta nakshatra, or seventh house, seventh lord, all these things are in Dhanishta nakshatra, then things can be troublesome for relationship. But it is a nakshatra which is directly connected with wealth. Dhan means wealth, right? So it can take them into financial field, financial work. Okay, it can make them very wealthy through their hard work and perseverance. One thing that will remain common with Capricorn ascendant people is that whatever they get in their life is through hard work and perseverance. Nothing will come easy to them. Okay, so this is what their ascendant looks like. Now the second house. Second house is one more thing we can add is that they are very serious type of people. They are not very fun loving, or they are not very outgoing people, because Saturn rules the first house. Saturn brings all the seriousness of the world. So whenever Saturn is sitting in the first house, or Saturn is ruling the first house, it shows that someone who is very much feeling the heavy responsibility and burden above on him from the very start of the life. From the very initial days of life, this person feels that all the responsibility of the world is upon him. Okay, so this makes them very serious type of person whenever Saturn is impacting ascendant anyways. Second house is the house of wealth and family. It has the Aquarius sign there. Aquarius, as I told in the earlier videos, that every house, every sign and every planet has 3 levels of representation. Aquarius lowest representation is income and desires, because it is naturally the 11th house, being the 11th sign. Its middle level representation is socialization with other people, socializing with other people. And highest level of representation of for Aquarius is serving humanity, serving a higher cause. So whenever we are trying to interpret any chart, we should always look at the highest possibility, highest representation of any planet, any sign or any house, because that is the highest possibility one can achieve. So second house is of wealth, and Aquarius is the sign of serving humanity or serving a higher cause. That means their best wealth is coming through serving humanity. They should take such cases, such work in their hand, by which they serve a higher cost, and it should not be a mundane 9 to 5 job. I'm not saying that it is wrong to do job, but they are not meant for that. Okay, they are supposed to serve people through through some higher cause, which can serve everyone, and by that they will gain wealth. Uh, as Aquarius is normally related with large organizations these days, MNCs, multinational corporations, it also shows that they can gain wealth through multinational corporation. But what they should concentrate upon is that they need to serve other people with a higher cost, which will give them wealth and gains. Now, third house is your house of communication, business, and siblings. It is also house of traveling. You have Pisces sign there. Pisces is the sign of spirituality, imagination. So when third house has Pisces sign, it shows that they are very spiritual in their communication. They like to communicate on spiritual topics. They like to go on spiritual pilgrimages, travelings, and all. When they communicate with their friends or siblings, communication is largely on spiritual topics. They like to talk about those things. It shows their efforts and actions on spiritual pursuits like meditation and all. It also shows that they can be very skillful and creative in any spiritual pursuit. May it be yoga or meditation. They can be very creative. They can even create their own type of meditation or yoga. That's what I mean by creative in this field. That they can create their own type of yoga or meditation and teach others, guide others in that field. But overall, it shows that they like to have a spiritual communication, interactions with other people. Then fourth house is Aries sign. It shows that their home environment in their early life can be full of aggression. Okay, maybe there are some members in their family or they themselves are very aggressive in their early life. So that remains the case with Aries falling in the fourth house. It also shows their mother can be a very strong-willed person or a very dominating person. Okay. It also shows that they can get good real estate, good real estate property, because fourth house is real estate and Aries is ruled by Mars. So and Mars is Karka of real estate. So double energy of real estate is coming here. Now it all depends upon Mars position and the planet which is placed in the fourth house. That what kind of real estate they will get. Okay, and if they will have some problems or difficulties in getting that. Like if someone has Saturn there, Saturn rules their ascendant and Saturn is placed in the fourth house Aries, then Saturn is debilitated. It is better for them to not to get real estate in their name. They can get in anyone else's name, and that will suit them. But anyways, we were just talking about the house and sign. So Aries falling in the fourth house shows that they can get good real estate. Then fifth house is Taurus sign. Fifth house is the house of education, your creativity, creative pursuits, and children. Taurus is sign of wealth and assets. They consider their education as their wealth, or we can also interpret that their education is going to bring them wealth. Education, teaching, counseling related work can bring them wealth. It also shows that they can be very creative, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is a creative planet, and Taurus fifth house is the house of creativity. So they can be very creative people. They can gain lots of wealth through their creativity. It also shows that when they have children, they consider their children as their assets, their real wealth of the life. Okay, so this is what their fifth house and Taurus is showing. Sixth house is the house of your daily work routine. It is house of uh, your everyday conflicts and disputes and uh, all the daily issues which we face in our life. Uh, Sign falling there is Gemini. Gemini is sign of communications and business and traveling. So it shows that in their daily work life, it should be about business. It should be about communicating with other people. And if they are in job, they may need to travel a lot, because sixth house is the house of service and jobs, and Gemini is sign of traveling. So if they are doing job, then they need to travel a lot due to their job. Otherwise, it is better for them to have their own business related with communicating with others and interacting with others and providing services in the field of communication and counseling. So that will give them a stable workplace, and that will be better thing. Again, it is the higher significance of Gemini. Communication and counseling, helping others with communication is the higher representation of Gemini. Traveling is a lower representation of Gemini. So if they want a stable work environment, then business is better one. Then seventh house is Cancer sign. It shows that they want, they want to, and they should also. They should also connect with other people, interact or deal with other people emotionally on emotional issues. Whenever they are having a business, a seventh house is the house of business of other people, business or other people, and Cancer is the sign of emotions. So if you are in business, you should deal with your clients very emotionally. Then your business will prosper. You should not be like a rude businessman, a very practical businessman. Okay, you can be, you should be emotional in dealing with your clients and customers, and then your business will grow. You should deal with other people on emotional issues. Means so far we have seen that counseling can be a good part of their career. So if they are in counseling other people, then they should deal with other people very emotionally, and that will increase their business. But when it comes to relationship matters, it is again the same thing, the same axis of first and seventh house. First house is ruled by Saturn, and seventh house is ruled by Moon through Cancer sign. Saturn and Moon are natural enemies. Okay. Moon doesn't like the company of Saturn at all, because Saturn restricts. So this shows a kind of emotional issues, emotional turbulence in their relationship life. They feel that their partners could not understand them emotionally. A sense of restriction and sense of limitation remains in the relationship. Whenever Saturn gives us something, we can consider it almost a lifelong thing. Things can improve after the mid-30s, but it will never be like the perfect one. We always feel that emptiness in things related with Saturn, wherever Saturn is impacting. So it is always like that. It is only that after 30s or mid 30s we just get used to that type of scenario. Okay, so it's not that things get better, just we get mature. Okay, so this is what is seen in their relationship is that first house is ruled by Saturn and seventh house is ruled by Moon, and Saturn and Moon are the are as bad enemies as Saturn and Sun are. So it hurts their relationship. Okay, this is something they need to be aware of. That what they are expecting in relationship, what all their desires are, and how much it can be practically possible for them to achieve. Then eighth house has Leo sign. Leo is the sign of authority, and eighth house is providing services to other people. It is houses of other people wealth. First house is me, second house is my wealth, seventh house is other people, eighth house is other people wealth. Now, if you want to gain other people wealth, how will you gain it? It is by providing services to other people. So, as Leo sign is falling there, which is sign of authority, it shows that their authority is coming through providing services to other people. It is directly serving them. It is not through jobs. Okay, it is directly serving other people and providing some services so that you can gain wealth out of their wealth. Okay, so this is how they will gain authority. The more services they provide, the more authority they will get in their life. It also shows that Leo is the sign of love, because it is natural fifth house. Okay, so Leo, wherever Leo is, that's what we love to achieve. Okay, and the eighth house is the house of occult and mysticism. So their love can be about occult and mysticism related things. It also shows that they can get gains from authority also. Means they can get gains from inheritance. Okay, because eighth house is also a house of inheritance. So through inheritance also they can get some good money. It again depends upon lots of things like where sun is placed, how sun is placed, all these things. But Ajiva Karaka will always be there as a result. So they can get good authority from by providing services to other people. Another indication that they should be in their own business rather than serving anyone else. Ninth house is the house of higher education. It is house of religion. It is house of different philosophies, different cultures, literatures, and all. Virgo is the sign of analysis. Virgo is the sign of details and perfection. So they are very analytical in their approach when they follow a religion or when they follow a philosophy. They like to analyze a lot. They like to analyze a lot about different fields of different philosophers, different literatures, and then they will analyze, and then they will find out which religion is the best to follow, which philosophy is the best to follow. So their analytical approach goes into the field of religion, philosophy, and literature. They can be very analytical in these matters. It also shows that as Virgo is naturally the sixth sign, right? So it has the energy of the sixth house of service and jobs. For their service and jobs, they can move to a different place where they have to live with people of different culture. Okay, so this is also seen from the Virgo being in their ninth house. 10th house is the house of career and work. It is a house of authority, and Libra sign is falling there. Up to now, this is the strongest indication that they should be in their own business. 10th house is work, career, and Libra is sign of business. Things can't be more clear than this, that your right career is supposed to be in business. Now you need to find out what type of business it should be, which we will discuss a little bit later. So first indication, which is very prominent, that their work with their career should be about their own business. They should not be working under anyone else. Okay, that's when they will get the best of authority. So far, every indication is telling that they are better doing their own work rather than doing business. Again, even if you are a lawyer or a doctor, you are doing your own business, you are not working for anyone else. So why I brought lawyer is that Capricorn is the sign of law and authority, right? So even if you are a lawyer, you can work for your own. You need not to join any job or something like that. Okay. So being a Capricorn ascendant, best career is for you is about your own business. Okay. Now the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of income. Now it is another indication, and because Scorpio sign is falling there. Scorpio is the sign of ups and downs, transformation and changes. It shows that your source of income will change. Maybe in your early life you are following some other source of income, means maybe in early life you are in jobs, and later on you start your own business. So your source of income has got through a change, through a transformation, because Scorpio is falling in the 11th house. Okay, so for a because I said that in the beginning itself, I said that the Saturn is the karaka of delay and perseverance. So they will realize their life path with a certain delay. So it may happen that in the early life they are all about doing job looks and feels convenient to all of us, and then when they reach their 30s or mid 30s, the desire of having own business comes into play. So at that time they may have the desire to start their own business, and their source of income will go through a change. It also shows that their desires and wishes will have constant fluctuation, instability. Sometimes they feel that their desires got fulfilled, sometimes they feel that they didn't get enough. So all these things will remain because Scorpio is there. Instability is the main thing related with the Scorpio. So wherever Scorpio is, that area of life will always remain unstable, fluctuating. Okay, so it is something which we need to accept and be receptive about. That we need to be accepting that this thing will remain fluctuating, and we need to deal with. Like recently, I had a consultation of a Capricorn ascendant person only, and he had this some planets in 11th house, and I was telling him that your income may be fluctuating. Your income may be fluctuating from very high to very low. So you need to plan out. Suppose 2-3 months you had a good income, so you need to save it for next 2-3 months. Okay. So if in next 2-3 months you don't have a good income, you can always compensate it. So this is the way we need to plan out with Scorpio wherever Scorpio is falling, especially in 11th house of income. It shows that you need to have your income sorted out. Means if you are earning well in within a one month or 2 months, you need to save some money. You need to save some of your wealth for next months to come, because you may never know that in those months your income may not be as good. So this is something which they need to realize. Okay. Then 12th house is Sagittarius. 12th house is house of spirituality, foreign lands and foreign people, and Sagittarius is sign of higher education. Okay. And religion and literature, philosophy. So they realize their philosophy and they realize their spirituality through religion. They will first go into religion, and after exhausting that area of life of religion, they will realize that spirituality is something higher than religion. Okay, so but for that the way is through religion only. They they will, they can travel to foreign lands for their higher education. They can travel to teach others also. They can have that luxury of teaching others and going from one place to another place to teach or guide others. They can be, means as we seen people like Sadhguru or Osho Rajneesh, who went from one place to another place to teach people about higher education, religion, and spirituality. We can see that kind of person here, that who are very highly learned, and they can guide and teach others by traveling to different places. So else it is also they like to educate themselves in spiritual matters. They like to educate themselves in uh, they like to gain higher education in, means anything spiritual, and their higher education can be very helpful to them in their pursuits in foreign lands. Means if they are working in a foreign company, that means their education has proved fruitful to them. Okay. So this is what a Capricorn Ascendant chart looks like on house and sign basis. Again, the gist of the chart is that they will go through some hard work, delay, and perseverance to realize their true life path. Things don't come easy when Saturn is involved. As the Saturn is their first house lord, things will always come to them late in life, after 30s or mid 30s. Okay, till then it is all hard work and perseverance. How to stability in career, or is this any specific career? I'm a Capricorn Ascendant with Saturn in 11th house. Saturn in Lagna chart helping me out. For career, at least 10, at least 8 to 10 steps are there. I cannot just say because of one thing, one position in your chart. Let me tell you what all steps, so that you will know. First of all, ascendant, then ascendant nakshatra, then second house and second house lord, then 11th house and the 11th house lord, then 10th house and 10th house lord, then Bhrigu Bindu, then Rahu's position, then Amatya Karaka and Atma Karaka. So 8 things. Okay. On the basis of these 8 things, at least, okay, if someone has 3 or more planets in one house or one sign, that is included. So at least 9 things I need to consider to tell someone about their right career. It may happen after that I remain confused and I have to see the detailed chart. Okay, it may happen. It rarely happens, but it may happen. So there are at least 9 to 10 criteria to decide about someone's career. I cannot decide your career just on the basis of one information, that your ascendant lord is in the 11th house. From this information, I can say that your life path is going to change. Your ascendant lord Saturn in 11th house in Scorpio. That means your life path, the planet which rules your life path, is going into Scorpio, the sign of transformation. So it shows that your life path can go through a change, a major change. Okay. It can be that in your early life you are following this life path of job and service, as I was telling, and then in the later life you may decide to have your own business, or it can be otherwise also, that if you had business and then you are shifting to a job. I have seen those cases also. So I cannot tell you your right career just like that, but this is one indication that your source of income, because it is 11th house, sorry, your source of income and your life path is supposed to go through a major change. If you haven't gone through that change, then you are supposed to go. If you have already gone through, then it is well and good. Okay. and it is I don't think it is just like that. It is only one change. Okay, it can be a further changes also. Like I am a Scorpio ascendant. I have gone through many changes in my life path. Okay, so it can be more than one change also. Okay, so this is what their ascendant or life path looks like from their ascendant chart. Now, if we try to connect the planets, the houses through the planet ruler, then then we also get some guidance about how their chart looks like. Like Saturn rules their first house, and Saturn also rules their second house. It has first house is self, and second house is wealth. So it shows that their best wealth is coming through self. They have to work for themselves to gain their best wealth. You can get wealth anywhere. Okay, there is no work in the world which doesn't pay you wealth. Okay, I always keep telling my clients this, that there is no work in the world which doesn't pay you wealth. But what astrology shows that is that where you are getting your best wealth. So their best wealth is working for self, because first house lord and the second house lord is the same. Again, Saturn is all about service. Saturn represents servants. Saturn is all about service to other people. Okay, that's why it gets exalted in Libra, which is the sign of other people. So it loves to serve other people. So more you are serving other people through your own business, then you are getting the more wealth. The third house lord is Jupiter with Pisces sign, and Jupiter also rules their 12th house. 12th house is the house of foreign lands. It shows that they can have lots of travels to foreign lands. It again shows their interest in communications of spiritual nature. It also shows that they like to know a lot. They like to know about different religion, different culture, different religions. They like to collect all the information about Jupiter related matters, religion and spirituality. Their business can be in spiritual field. This also shows that their business can be all about guiding and counseling people. They can be guru, means because Jupiter is natural guru. It is ruling their third house. Okay. Fourth house is ruled by Mars through Aries sign, and Mars also rules their 11th house. It again shows gains of real estate. Fourth house is real estate, 11th house is gains. So they can gain a lot from real estate. They can gain from their mother also. It also shows that majority of their life can be away from their homeland, because 11th house is 8th from the 4th. So Mars is activating 4th, but Mars is also activating 11th house, which is 8th from the 4th. That is death of benefits from homeland. So as long as they are in homeland, they are living around their birthplace, they may not get much wealth, and they may not get much progress. The moment they shift to some other place, their life or their gains can be higher. So then fifth house is the house of education. It is Venus ruled through Taurus sign. Venus also rules their 10th house. Here we get an indication about their career, is that the planet which rules their 10th house is also ruling their 5th house, and it is a planet of creativity. Now we only relate Venus with creativity, but it is also a planet with of wealth, service, and it is a Brahmin planet. Okay, understand that Venus was Shukracharya. It is a Brahmin, so it is related with teaching and education also. So all these things becomes very important in their career. 5th house and 10th house is getting connected, as Venus rules both of them. So their work can be all about creativity, creative pursuits. It can be about their education. It can be about financial field. Okay, so all these things can be very important in their career. Plus Venus highest representation is service. We should serve other people, and that's what Venus tries to tell us. So as Venus rules their 10th house, their work should be about serving other people. Okay, even if they are in the financial field, even if they are in a stock market, even if they are a stock broker. Okay, even there you are supposed to provide services to other people. Okay, you should advise them, counsel them in a way that the person who is your client or customer should not incur some loss in a stock market or wealth market. Okay, that even that work should be treated like a service to other people. Okay, so then this is what I want to say. But it can also show that someone very good in creative field, means media, arts, cinema, all these things can be there, can be a possibility with Capricorn Ascendant. Then Mercury rules their third house, sixth house and the ninth house. So it may happen most commonly that they can get higher education related with law. Okay, their business can be related with law. It can be about medicine also, because sixth house is very tricky when interpreting between law and medicine. So as Mercury rules their sixth house and it also rules their ninth house, it shows their higher education can be in the law or medical field. They can serve people through their communication and counseling and higher education in these fields. Then again, seventh house is the house of other people, business, Cancer signs there. It is ruled by Moon, so they need that emotional attachment with their spouse. They need the emotional attachment with their business. Okay, that's when they feel good. Okay, if they cannot emotionally connect with their spouse, or if they cannot emotionally connect with their business or other people, they may not feel good about carrying on that relationship or carrying on that business. So that emotional connection is very necessary for them. Finally, the eighth house has Leo sign. As I said, that it shows their authority is coming from providing services to other people. It shows that they have immense love for occult and mystical side. It also shows some sudden events, some sudden transformation related with authority figures in the life. So some sudden event can come up with their father or their bosses or something like that. Now, finally, I'm going now as my company has shut down operations and currently looking for jobs. Should I change my city for job and growth? Again, I have to see your chart, whether you are under the dasha and the transits related with the change. Again, and if your company is shutting down, then you have no other option but to change your job, right? Capricorn Ascendant, Jupiter. Okay. So first of all, I need to know your dasha. Then only I can apply transit. But if I only apply transit, then Jupiter, Saturn both are affecting your sixth house of obstacles, conflicts. So you will find some obstacles, conflicts in your workplace. Plus, it shows that you can also get a good job because second house is also impacted by both these planets, Jupiter and Saturn. Second house is wealth, going through Rahu Mahadasha with Mangalanta Dasha. Let me know where your Jupiter is. And this closes the deal. How can I consult you? Through my website. There is a consultation tab. You can click there and get all the information. Let me know what is your where is your Jupiter placed, because Jupiter is in 4th house. Okay, it is now time for you to start your own business. Understand, you are under Sandhi period. Okay, you are under Rahu Mahadasha and Mangal Antardasha. Okay, now this is consultation for you, of course. So Mangal and Mars Antardasha is the last Antardasha of Rahu Mahadasha. Okay, last Antardasha of any Mahadasha works like a Sandhi period. It is a bridging period. It brings the changes which you require for the next Mahadasha. We can say that Mars Antardasha will set the stage for the Jupiter Mahadasha. So it will bring those events which are going to be helpful for you in Jupiter Mahadasha. Okay. Now your Jupiter is in the 4th house. Jupiter rules your 3rd and the 12th house. 3rd house is the house of business. 12th house we can say a house of spirituality, foreigners, and etc. But 3rd house lord coming into the 4th house, it shows that business is coming to home, or home-based business. You are supposed to start your home-based business in Jupiter Mahadasha. How you will start if you are still in job? So you are supposed to lose the job in this Mahadasha, this Antardasha of Mars, so that you can start planning for your business in Jupiter Mahadasha. That's it. Everything is happening perfectly. Even if you are losing job, that is all in the plans because of coming Jupiter Mahadasha. You need to start preparing for your job. Again, if you think that you will continue in the next job, you will do something better in your next job, then these things will keep coming on. Okay, you have to start your own business now. Okay, you have no other option. That as I see. Okay, if you want to search for another job, it's your wish. But as I see, Jupiter rules your 3rd house, sitting in the 4th house. 3rd house is business, 4th house is home-based business. That's it. Simple calculation. No need to see anywhere else. So it is for you to start preparing for your own business rather than looking for the next job. Again, if anyone wants to consult, he can consult through website. There is a consultation services tab, then there you will get all the information. If you have any doubts or questions, you can always email me, call me, WhatsApp me. I am always available. Thank you. I am happy to help you with Scorpio Ascendant. Now we are Capricorn Ascendant. Now we are left with the 2 ascendants, that is Aquarius and the Pisces. Then I will think what next to start. Okay, happy. If you have any further, if anyone has any further comments or questions, please feel free to post. I will be more than happy to reply. Okay, thank you. Bye.